Okay, hello. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be removing the rear rim and tire from this beautiful 2001 Kawasaki Vulcan 1500. And it's just a little bit lengthy job because now I have already removed the saddlebags from here, and they were only being held by the two bolts. I have to remove the exhaust and the bracket here, and then loosen off the bolt up here, take the brakes off right here, loosen this bolt and that one, and then we can slide everything down. Okay, so first thing I've got to do, and as you guys can see, I just removed the other exhaust. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this, and this is only being held by two bolts up here, and I think that is a 12 millimeter. Let me see. No, sorry, 13 millimeter, and you need a 13 millimeter wrench, and slowly I'm going to be moving and removing that. So I'm just going to place the camera right here. Okay, maybe right here like this, so it's easier. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I have my torque wrench. Okay. Okay. Okay, and I'm going to loosen these guys off, and this is a 13 millimeter. So what you got to do, you got to go underneath here, find the socket, the bolt right here, hold it, and then undo it. Okay, that one's out. There's going to be washer and a bolt. Okay, this just came out, so I'm just going to put it together like this. Okay, now we'll do the second one. Okay, yeah, there's a 13 millimeter. Okay, and it's already loose. Okay, again, wear everything back with the bolt. Okay, come on. Okay, and what I got to do is I have to remove this bolt right here. Okay, I already have loosened this off, and this was a 11 millimeters. Okay, so we're good to go here. What I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to place this camera. Okay, good. Okay, now since this is loose, now I just got to go and wiggle this out. Okay, and just comes off. Now I'm just going to put it right here on the side with a okay. So now what I want to do is I want to remove the bolt from up top, and this is a 6 millimeter Allen. Okay. I'm just going to leave it like this, okay, because that way it doesn't drop. Now I got to remove these guys. This is a 10 millimeter right here and 12 millimeter in the back. So what we got to do is remove these two.
That way everything just slides. Okay. Okay, second one. Okay, just gonna twist this right over here. Okay, that one, just gonna head it right here. Okay.
Okay, there we go. That's out. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do on the other side. I'm going to do the same thing. So here, my Allen, so it's nice and loose, and my extension. We can go up here, and same thing. Okay.
Right here, okay? So, 10mm and 12 in the back. Okay, that's loose. Okay, that's loose. Should be coming out easier. Okay. Okay, bolts right here. That one's already loose. Very nice. Okay, and now
the top Allen key. Okay. So I already took these two bolts out. That one's out. Okay. This one's out, and it is. What I have to do is I have to remove the CB antenna right here. Now I'm going to feed all this through, and this is going to come out. No problem. So I'm just going to set this up right here. Okay, we're good. Okay. This stays. Okay. This is going to go like this. And I'm just going to put everything back the way it was. Okay. And now what I got to do is I'm just going to pull this bolt out, put a little bit of pressure. Okay, here we go. And now this whole thing should come out. Okay, here we go. Okay. So now we just took this off. Not a problem. Okay. Different bolts. Okay, so now you have a very good access to all this. Not a problem. Okay. I'm just going to clean this up a little bit, and then now we're going to continue. What we want to do is we want to loosen this bolt off completely and remove the nuts up here. So this is a 8mm Allen key, and this is a 17mm. So what I'm going to do is already loosen this off. It's coming. Okay, so that's off, and now I'm going to take the brake. Okay, there. Okay, there.
I'm going to put it right over here. This is the antenna. Go right there.
Okay, so okay, here we go. And place the brake. I'm going to zap strap this right to the frame so it doesn't fall down. Okay. Okay. Okay, so that is pretty secure. Okay, good. Next, I'm going to take this pin right here, the cotter pin. See if I can move this around a little bit. This, okay. Oh, it's coming out. Huh. Okay, good. Okay, so now we're going to take the big bolt out. Okay, right here. So this one is 27mm. Okay, so now on the other side it is rotating, and I believe the other side is 17. Let's see. Yes. So the other side here, and this is 17. So what I got to do is I got to hold it here and then undo it at the same time. Okay, so you have to go like this on the bottom. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it's coming out. Okay, and the washer. Okay. Next, you want to tap it lightly to take the axle out. Okay, yeah, it's going. Okay, now we're going to go on this side, and you can see it. It's coming out. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to go and hold the rim and push this out. Okay. Okay, and that's supposed to happen. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm pulling this slowly, holding the rim. Okay, come on. Okay, it's coming. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is completely off. Okay, I'm just gonna leave this on the side. like this. And now I'm gonna see how much I have. I may have to place something underneath the front tire so it doesn't buckle. So now also we have a spacer right here on this side. Everything is super dirty. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just trying to wiggle this out and see if I can pull this out. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, here. Okay. Okay, the tire is off. Okay, now what I got to do, just got to go on this side right here so you guys can see a little bit better. This is what it looks like so far. Okay, now I'm just gonna go. I just lifted the bike up just a bit, and I did place something in front of the bike so it doesn't tip. So we are good to go here. Okay, and here we go. Okay, so we have the tire off. So with this tire, where I'm going to be doing changing the tire, and also we're going to be changing the bearings during this video. Okay, so now what I have is I'm going to have a lot of cleaning to do right here. Let's just have a quick look here. Oh yeah, that needs to be cleaned, and all inside, and all the components from this bike will have to be cleaned extremely well. And then after that, we're gonna be slapping the... Okay, just finished cleaning this. It took me about 2 hours cleaning all this stuff. Okay, in and out, all removing all the grease and all kinds of corruption up here. A couple parts are right over here, and yeah, we're continuing on. And once I have the tire, maybe sometime tomorrow, I'll start throwing everything back on. Okay, I just picked up the tire from Dave Burns Motor Works. Everything is good. We got a new valve right in here. Tire is on, very good. Rotation is good. And all I got to do now is go home, change the bearings. Okay, now it's time to remove the bearings. Okay, so I have all my stuff ready to go. Before we start, okay, this is the seal that we're going to use right here. These are the bearings that we're going to use. Okay, and if you require a code, here you go. This is what the code is. Same with the seal. Okay, I have a 36mm socket that perfectly fits where the bearing is, and we're going to start this. Also, I have my grease, and we're going to use waterproof Maxim Racing Oils grease. Okay, I also have my bearing puller, and we're going to use that. So let's start this. I'm just gonna, we have a seal where the disc is, and we don't have a seal. Okay, right? So first what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove the seal here. Ugh. Okay, here we go. Okay, and okay, that is out. So inside we have a little clip that I'm gonna have to remove right over here. Okay, so, and also I'm gonna use the spoon. Okay, place this down, compress it. Okay, so we have the clip off. Just gonna put this guy right here. Okay. Okay, and it fits in there perfect. Tighten this up. my pliers. Okay, this is good. Feed it right through. Okay, so the rim is on the rubber pad. Nothing will happen. Everything is good to go. So now, all I gotta do is just hit it and take this out. Okay. Okay. There we go. Bearing is out. Okay. Also, what you're gonna have inside the bearing is a sleeve. So now what we can do, I'm just looking at it. We can use this, not a problem, which is gonna take us a little bit longer. Or what we can do, if you can prop this up somehow, right? We can get this bearing out from this side. And what I have is I have my little handy dandy device up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place this down like this. So basically this is what it looks like right here, and now I'm just going to pound it and it should come out. Okay, just going to leave it right here. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so the second bearing just came out. Basically what this is, what it looks like. Okay, so we have our old bearing, and you can see it, there's a little bit of play, and it's very it just moves around. New bearing, it doesn't move, and you can see it. So what just before you put them on, make sure you have the right size, and this is the right size, and the serial numbers match, so we are good to go. Okay, next what I'm going to do, I'm going to grease all this up with the grease. Oh yeah, this is good stuff. Okay, I'm going to put some on the bearing right here. Okay, and we're also going to put some inside the rim. That way it goes in there fairly smooth. Okay. 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 So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lightly tap it so it sets right in. And obviously I cleaned everything inside. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, you can have two methods. You can use your bearing, put it on top and then punch it right in, or you can have a socket that actually fits on top of it. And this one does. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to tap it till I hear a distinct sound of a metal on metal. Okay, and that's the sound that you want to hear. Okay, next, after that, what we want to do, we're going to take our clip, and we're going to put the clip in right now. Okay, make sure you clean it. And I'm going to throw a little bit of grease on it. That way it doesn't get rusty. Okay, just going to put it right like that. Take my squeezers, whatever they're called, insert it in. Okay, there we go. Okay, so the bearing is already inserted, good to go. Next, what we're going to do, we're going to take our dust seal, and I'm just going to put a little bit of grease all the way around it, and I'm going to put a grease inside. Okay. Like this. Okay. A little bit of grease up top, and now we are ready to put the seal back in. Okay, all I'm doing is just lightly tapping it on both sides. Okay. Okay. So this side is done, good to go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rotate the wheel and do the same thing. Okay, so I have my bearing right over here again. Okay, so now very important pro move, you got to put that bearing on first and then this bearing up here. If you don't, that bearing is going to go right through, and then it's going to be a bad day for you. Okay, so I'm going to put the spacer right in, throw a little bit of grease inside. Okay, this is good. Okay, then I'm going to take some grease up here and grease her up. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay, a little bit of grease on the bearing itself. Okay. And again, we're going to do the same thing. Okay. I'm going to tap it till we hear that distinct noise. Okay, and I do hear it. All I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this 36 millimeter. Then I'm going to check with my finger inside. Oh yeah, this is good stuff. But it's leaning right against it. So what I'm going to do is I gotta put some grease right up here. Take this out again, throw some grease up here. Also, what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw grease inside the splines, and then we're going to be inserting this guy right in, and it should be fairly easy. So everything is greased. We have grease over here, we have lots of grease over here. Okay, grease right over here, and also that tube inside is all greased up. All my components are ready to go, and we can slowly start. Okay, so I have my axle right here. I'm gonna throw grease, that way it doesn't rust right out, and then in the future it's just gonna be easier to pull right out. Okay, and what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go and prepare it, put the axle in here like this, that way I can feel it. Okay, right there. Okay, the axle is sticking out that way. Okay. Okay, next I'm going to position the camera right here, that way you guys can kind of see it, what I'm going to be doing. So where the desk is, I just inserted that little spacer. I got all the gear ready to go, everything's greased up, and we're ready to put this guy on. I'm just going to leave this right here, that way you guys can kind of see it. Okay, so first step, I just want to put underneath like this. Okay. Okay, here we go. So now what I got to do is I have to lift this up and put it right where the splines are. We'll see how this is going to go. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to lower the bike a little bit. Should be easier for me to lift this up. Okay, let's try it right here. Okay. Oh yeah, okay. That actually went pretty smooth. Now, oh, come on. Where's my hammer? Okay. I got my hammer. Gonna hold the rim up like that. Just give her a little bit of a love tap. Okay. I think, let's check this out on this side. Okay. I gotta put it in such a way where I can see coming out right there. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'll just push this out. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna hold it right here and tap it. Okay, and we are good on this side. Okay, I'm just gonna put my washer with the screw. Oh, all right, continuing on. Okay, so I already put this guy on right here, not a problem. Next, I'm going to take this bolt right up here, and it needs to feed here. Move this around, and this is a 17 millimeter. Okay, yeah, she's going in good. So the rear caliper holding bolt, this one is over here, and now we're going to be slapping everything together here in a second. But what we're going to do is going to have a quick look. So rear caliper holding bolt, 47 foot-pounds. Rear caliper mounting bolts, 25, and rear axle 80 foot-pounds. All right, so let's just torque the rear caliper holding bolt to 47, and I already have this preset. So I'm just gonna go, I just have enough space. Okay, that one's good. Next one I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my brakes, right, and I'm gonna put them on the disc, okay, right here. And just use my fingers, tighten this up. Okay, 25 foot-pounds. Okay. Okay, good. Okay. Okay, I'll go tighten up a rear axle nut. And this is 27 millimeter. Also, what I did, since I'm here by myself, I just put in a 17 millimeter wrench right against the bolt. That way, That way I can torque this to the spec. Okay. Oh, this is working well. And this is 80 foot-pounds. Okay. We are good to go. And I'm gonna have to back it up just a tad, because I won't be able to put the cotter pin. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna have to do. A little bit. Yeah, right there. So now I'm just gonna put my cutter pin right through. Not a problem. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, so good to go. Not a problem. So now let's have a quick look up here. Not a problem. I can take this out. Okay, here we go. So we're good to go. So now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to put the frame back on. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to put the saddlebags subframe on. I already have all the bolts loose on this side and this side. Everything is looking good. Okay, very good, good, good. Okay, so I'm just going to leave the camera right here, that way you guys can see kind of what I'm doing. Okay, so first I'm just going to go up like this a little bit. I figured it out. You got to put these bolts in first. That one, everything is loose right now. I'm just going to go on this side and do the same thing. Okay, yep. Okay, good. So all you got to do now is tighten these up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bolts. I don't have a torque for that, and then we'll see how this goes. So the work continues. All right, we have the exhaust pipe on one side. Fairly simple. 2 bolts right here, right, and I'm just gonna move this like this, and this bolt right over here. Tighten everything up. Everything is good, nice and tight. Doesn't move, doesn't vibrate, nothing like that. So I'm just gonna go and do the other side, and again align everything here. This pipe in here. Okay, come on. Okay, here we go. Okay, align this. So I have the second pipe back on. It was very simple. Again, 2 bolts, 1 and 2, not a problem. Then the bolt underneath here, this guy right here, tighten that up, and we're back in business. So the tire is on. You see, tire is on. Everything is good to go. Brake is working. Also, what I did, just to once everything was torqued, I put a little bit of white paint right over here. White paint on main axle, rear axle, okay, and white paint right here, included over here too. That way we know the torque is correct, and the bolts are not going to be moving. Okay, so what we have learned in last a little bit is how to take the rear tire and rim off. Also how to take bearings out and putting the new ones in. So again, if this video did help you out, please give me a like and share, and we're going to see you on the next one. Thanks guys.